Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. As you know, I'm the board chairman here at Southwest Airlines, and I'm hosting this briefing today to discuss the recent news with the Boeing 737 MAXs and their malfunctions and how that directly and indirectly relates to our business and its public image. The first thing I quickly wanted to address today was the sheer magnitude of this disaster. So the Boeing 737 MAX jets have been gated since March of 2019. This came following two disastrous crashes that killed 346 people. We took the largest hit as a company because Southwest Airlines had 34 planes within this fleet compared to all other airlines who had vastly less than that. Due to the magnitude of this disaster and the amount of publicity it's getting, it has brought to our attention a policy which we have been using here for a long time. Back in 2011, we started our single jet policy, which means that Boeing is our sole manufacturer for all aircrafts and services that we provide here at Southwest. Our single jet policy has added a lot of value to the business over the years, and the fact that it reduces manufacturing costs because we're only using one manufacturer. And also our pilots have become experts in flying Boeing planes specifically. This has added safety to our company, as well as our main competitive advantage over our competitors is our value. And our value has been cut down because we only use that one sole manufacturer. Although Boeing helps us keep our competitive advantage by keeping our costs cheaper than every other airline, the grounding of the 737 MAXs have cost us roughly $435 million as of September. This raises the question on if we should stop our single jet policy, although this also comes with many disadvantages, including more training. Pilots will have to be retrained in other flight programs. Also, we will have to have more stock of different maintenance parts, which both of these comes with more money. The inconveniences this tragedy has brought along with the obvious public safety concerns, has us questioning whether this policy should remain in place or not. That is decided at a later date, but for now I wanted to bring up some surprisingly good news. We've had an unexpected increase in our earnings. This quarter, our company revenue has increased by 1%, and our overall profits have increased by 7% since this time last year. This is astonishing considering our circumstances, and we're hoping we can keep it this way. I wanted to conclude this briefing on a couple notes. I previously mentioned the single jet policy and how we're considering that policy, and I wanted to let you guys know that that decision is going to be made no time soon. What needs to happen first is for Boeing to get their 737 MAXs approved by the FAA, and then once we received our shipment of the improved ones, it'll take roughly 1 to 2 months for the FAA to approve us to be able to carry passengers on them. So there's no rush in that decision, just planting it in your heads. On another note, compensation is coming. I know workers are upset because there's less money and money is tight, but Boeing has announced that they're using $5 billion to compensate airlines such as ours who have been affected by this tragedy. Since Boeing has already announced that they will be compensating the lost profits and revenues within these last few months and the months to come, I want to end this briefing on a positive note and just remind you guys to stay positive because it's not as bad as it could be. Our margins and our revenue is still doing very well compared to last year, and you're all doing a wonderful job. Thank you so much for taking the time of day, and I'll see you guys at the next meeting.